Okay, so now we're going to get into a great movement prep exercise here. Lateral stepping X walks with the Superband. So we have 3 different bands we go between. You'll see a thinner black one here. It's going to be a 1/2 inch. We have the yellow, which is 3/4 of an inch, and then we have these larger bands, which are 1 inch. What I recommend for our guys, typically we'll go with the 1 inch here, and with gals, we'll do this with the yellow. If you have somebody really deconditioned, go 1 down. What does that mean? So women, if you have like an older gal and she's never done exercise, instead of using the yellow, go down to the 1/2 inch. If you have a guy, same thing, really deconditioned, instead of the 1 inch, go down to the yellow. So just go 1 down. But our standard, women typically we give them the yellow, guys we're going to sit and give them the 1 inch bands here. So let me get into our X walks. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to stand on the band, I'm going to get my feet about hip width, and then I'm just going to take the band, cross it, hence make an X. That's what they call X walks. Now, this is where some people mess it up. Elbows in. So I get some lats. I don't want to do it like this. You start getting shoulders, the posture, right? So elbows down at my side. Give myself some tension. Same thing. People will start it, they're like this. Oh, there's nothing else going on down there. Now I got some tension. Now, you should know the why of this exercise. The reason we do this is a movement prep. I want to wake up glute med, which is this. It controls the leg going away from the midline, okay? It controls the abduction of the leg. Really great exercise to warm people up before we lunge, before we squat, before we hinge. Hence, that's why we always do it early in our workouts. Glute med is also a muscle for most people, really deconditioned. Most people are pretty weak in it. So we want to it's a great stabilizer. They're deconditioned, and it's going to help with all our other lower body movements. So that's why we do it early in the workout. So a few things as a coach you have to be aware. First thing is when they're performing it, make sure they're pressing from their heel. Notice my feet stay square. I'm not letting my toes turn out. You'll see that, and it's pretty common. What's happening is this is taking over. And most people are quad dominant. This is where they're strong. They're weak here, and they're weak back here. So I want to work on the weak area. So I always cue people, press from the heel, keep the feet square. I recommend that you may want to have people perform it on our turf, facing the mirror, so they can actually see their feet. Because they may be saying, yeah, I'm keeping my feet square, and they don't realize they're turning their toes out. So put them in front of the mirror, they can see it, they can kind of self-correct. Next thing is, this is just more of one of these little technique things. When you're doing it, right, I'm going to work this hip, this glute med here, my left. As I press out with the left, the right trail leg only comes in a little bit. We don't want the leg coming all the way in, because that's exactly what happened. Then your feet will be stuck together. So the trail leg, right now I'm going to go to my right, the trail leg should only come in a little bit. Keep some distance between your feet, and it's going to look blocky like that. It should. Now, last thing, which is really important, critical, make sure their knees are locked. If you know, if you watch me, I kind of had that oompa, that kind of blocky look. That's how it should be. You don't want them taking a step. I start to bend the knee. Again, it's my quads starting to take over. And most people can do it. Like, you always realize they don't know the exercise. So they're just trying to just do it any way they can. Hence, they're going to probably use their stronger muscles. So tell them, knees are locked, press from the heel, let the trail foot only come in a little bit. And this is how it should look. As far as repetitions, we typically recommend do 5 reps in one direction than 5 reps in the other. Right? I'd rather, instead of trying 10, when most people start to fatigue and the last few reps will look really poor in their form, it'll break down. Do 5 and 5 because I really want to reinforce perfect form with this. We're trying to go after an area that most people are really weak that can make a big difference on the training floor. So those are your X walks with a Superband.